Hey there, Storm fans. I am Bryant Cook, and tonight we're playing Fire Ant. That is Fire Design Ad Nauseam Tendrils. And thank you to Tyler Carden for this donation deck. Tyler donates about once a month to support us, and I greatly appreciate that. And Tyler often submits his favorite legacy deck, which is obviously Ad Nauseam Tendrils. So without further ado, this is the deck list we will be playing today, and it's changed a little bit since the last time we've uploaded it. So Tyler is starting to come around on some of the changes that I suggested in my Fix Ant video forever ago. And one of them is main deck copies of Veil of Summer. And then Tyler started to warm up to the idea of Aeve Progenitor Ooze. And now Tyler's starting to see the light. There's a Galvanic Relay added to this deck. So that's 3 Fire Design cards in the main deck. And then over in the sideboard, we have Peer into the Abyss. So slowly updating this deck to the modern era. Tyler has been crushing with this. So Tyler submitted it, wanted to see how I could do with it. That's what we're doing tonight. If you have any thoughts, questions, suggestions, whatever, put those down below. And I'm sure Tyler will also read and respond to these. He often does. Great member of the community, and I truly mean that. I don't really have a whole lot else to say about this deck list. It's fairly stock, and for once I like the sideboard. A lot of Ant players tend to put, how do I put this delicately? All of the same effect in the sideboard. So you'll look at a sideboard, it's like 10 different removal spells. Tyler has narrowed that down. So we do have a Chain of Vapor, 2 copies of Echoing Truth, 2 Decay, and a Dress Down. That's 6. It's less than 10. And I think 6 is actually pretty reasonable, especially when you think about how those cards are being used and in what specific matchups. So they all can't talk right now. They also swap pretty cleanly with things like Veil of Summer or Thoughtseize if you want to board those out, or just Veil of Summer plus 3 other cards. So that works as well. But enough of me rambling. I think we should just head on in and play the first match. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you there. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, exclusive members only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, early access to videos, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, such as theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Time for the first match. Can't wait. Let's Ant. I mean, this is an Ad Nauseam Tendrils hand. Let's keep its lands and spells. One of the big jokes behind this deck is that you never mulligan. Back when Cyrus Corman Gill and Cliffy and a bunch of those terrific Storm experts were always playing this deck, they would joke around in the Storm Discord or on Twitter like 7 cards keep all the time. Your hand would have to be pretty bad if you were to mulligan. I think that a lot of that was mostly joking. Yes, the deck can mulligan, but if your hand is somewhat reasonable, you're usually supposed to try to keep it because things like Cabal Ritual require more resources to be in the graveyard. So the more cards you have, obviously, the better this card gets. Pretty easy keep, in my opinion. Pass the turn. Ooh, lovely swamp. That's the swamp I use. Love to see it. Too bad Tyler submitted a deck list with snow-covered swamp in it like a jerk. Play this Wishclaw Talisman and pass the turn. I do have a Bayou floating on top of my deck. I could have considered pondering into the Bayou and passing, but I just want to try to get ahead here. Play this Wishclaw Talisman and pass the turn. Force of Will, huh? Pitching Brainstorm. Are we facing Doomsday? I was not expecting a Force of Will there. Okay, so you kept a 1 swamp hand. Let's ponder. Love this. Big fan. Okay. Keep the ponder. Play the Bayou so that way we can protect with Veil of Summer. Cast this ponder. Sure thing. So this will be card number 4. Dark Ritual can be 5. Veil would be 6. So one of these Cabal Rituals will not have Threshold, but I think that's fine. Pass the turn. And they're passing the turn once again. How many forces do you have? Veil of Summer. And it resolves. Okay, so like I mentioned, that is the 5th card. This Dark Ritual will be the card number 6. And then this Cabal Ritual will be Threshold. Infernal Tutor, we can just go get Past in Flames. And something I don't believe I actually did in the last video is a clean Past in Flames loop win. But we do get to do that here. Dark Ritual. Infernal Tutor. Grab the copy of Tendrils of Agony. Ponder. Let's shuffle that. I was hoping to find a Thoughtseize on that so I could try to get a little bit more information. Unfortunately, that was not the case here. But they will be having some chicken tenders for dinner tonight. Boom. Game 2. Made that game look easy with the brilliant deck building of Main Deck Veil of Summer that did absolutely nothing. Okay, so our opponent showed basic Swamp Brainstorm Force. I believe it's Doomsday. I'm going to board in the Flusterstorm. I'm somewhat tempted to board in these Surgicals as well. I feel like the Surgical play is a little bit risky, but I don't know. Why not? We're at 63 at the moment. I think we can likely board out the Chrome Mox. And now we're at 62. I think Relay is actually very good against Doomsday if we are facing that. Am I supposed to just not bring in the Surgicals? Or maybe like bring in 2 instead of 3. Shave a Wishclaw. Let's try this. This is a hand. Keep. Well, they kept a hand with a blue source this time. Turn 1 Ponder. Nope. Pass. No end step play, so if they were Reanimator, I think that they would have played an Entomb there. So I think that just solidifies that they're on Doomsday. And they play my island too! This person has great taste, whatever they're doing. I wonder if it's just like the Peer into the Abyss Storm deck. I mean, it's likely to be Doomsday, but you never know. There's my lovely Swamp. Duress. I thought about playing out the Diamond too, and then I was like, well, I don't know what they're playing. What if they have removal? And now I look like a real dummy. An actual factual dummy for having this Lion's Eye Diamond in my hand. Yep. Draw. Let's ponder. Ding dong. I think I want a Thoughtseize here. I want to know what they're actually playing. Play the Misty Rainforest, activate it. We're going to search up our own Underground Sea here. Actually could have gotten Bayou. I think Bayou might have actually been better there. Like anything other than this Underground Sea. And they are on the Peer into the Abyss Storm deck. I recorded with this last night. I don't know the order in which this content will be released, but I recorded with this last night, and See the Truth is bugged. It never came up in my video. I learned it after, but See the Truth and Founding the Third Path does not work the way it should. Pass the turn. They play a Polluted Delta or Underground Sea. See the Truth. So they have the card off See the Truth, and then their draw step is Unknowns. Take a draw. Can I win here? I think the answer should be yes. Let's Infernal Tutor. Grab Cabal Ritual. So this is 5/8, which gives me enough mana for Ad Nauseam. But I think there could even be a Past in Flames win here. Or just Natural Storm, I suppose. Grab the Diamond. Play Diamond. Add red. Activate. Grab the Tendrils of Agony. Hiya! No Past in Flames required. Get out of here. I'm sorry, Marcus. If you haven't watched this video yet, this is Marcus Ewald's deck, aka I Would Like to Respond. Marcus has been working on this deck quite a bit. And it just got dumpstered by Ad Nauseam Tendrils. It's clearly Tyler is the better deck builder. It's just facts. I mean, how do you argue this, Marcus? Your deck lost, Tyler's deck won. It's just basic math. Alright, well, we're 1-0, match number 2 coming up. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. We are back for the second round. We are on the draw against someone who just revealed a Yorion Sky Nomad. A quick note, I realized in the intro I said that this was Fire Ant and I listed a bunch of wonderful fire design cards. I think I forgot to mention the most important one is because I use it almost daily that I sometimes take it for granted, and I use it in Commander, I use it in Legacy, and of course I am talking about Wishclaw Talisman, and it's not going to ever let me zoom when I want to on cue, but this card is obviously the best card for this archetype within Fire Design, in my opinion. And Tyler chose to play 4 in this list, which I would strongly agree with. Alright, so we're facing likely Ant. Our hand doesn't function. We just have to mulligan. No Thoughtseize here. The rest of this hand's pretty slow. I think we should just go to 5. Yikes. Okay, so do I keep this or go to 4? I think we just have to accept that our hand doesn't quite do what we want. And we need to hope that our opponent, for some reason, doesn't have turn 2 Thalia. Unlike the Epic Storm, Ant cannot mulligan quite as well because it doesn't have cards to bail it out like Echo of Aeons. So every card really does matter, and that's why mulliganing hurts. So here we obviously are not facing Death and Taxes. So I probably could have kept my 6. It's tough. Like, when you see Yorion, you're supposed to play to the percentages. And the percentages say Death and Taxes. I mean, my hand is fine, but it could be better. Draw. Well, that was a good one. Are we sure they're not playing Death and Taxes? I could do something on turn 1 now. Play the Polluted Delta past the turn. I mean, for a 5-card hand, this isn't bad. I am looking to draw into Veil of Summer or Thoughtseize. They play another island. Ponder. Interesting that they chose to play the land before the Ponder here. So it's something you would do if you were facing a Delver deck, but I think if you see my username, you're not going to be facing Delver. So you're better off waiting post-Ponder in case your deck has an effect like Wasteland in it, or if you find a fetch land, so that way you can potentially fetch away 2 cards you're not interested in. They do not shuffle on the Ponder. Draw. IO. So that allows us to play out the Wishclaw Talisman here. Grab the basic swamp. This would be a spot where if this list had an Empty the Warrens over Aeve, you could put a bunch of goblins on the table. But that is not what we're doing. Wishclaw. They're going to Force of Will, pitching Claw to Fairies. Okay, so I have an interesting decision here. I could Galvanic Relay for 8. Is that enough to go for it? They have 4 cards in hand. Dark Ritual. I think I'd rather have a Relay for 8. Dark Ritual. Do you have another force? Lion's Eye Diamond. Hold Control. We're going to sacrifice this diamond for red. 1 storm short of victory. Grab the Relay. 8 cards coming off the top rope. Pass the turn. Well, I hope I'm making Tyler proud by featuring the card that Tyler added to the deck. So Galvanic Relay, hopefully it's enough to get the job done. I'm not even going to look at the cards until it's my turn. I don't want to have to worry about it. But Cloud of Fairies out of a Yorion deck kind of scares me a little bit. Is this like a show and tell deck? Is it a Lurin? What are they up to where they want to be playing Cloud of Fairies? They pick up a Tundra. Merchant Scroll. Is this like 80 card High Tide? What is going on? They pick up a Brainstorm. Player land for turn. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. And obviously drawing this was incredibly good. I'm not going to pretend it wasn't. Thought sees you. They cast a Brainstorm. Increase that storm count. Thank you. It's worth noting I am a single mana short of victory at the moment. And oh, okay, their Displacer Kitten tied Yorion combo? Sure, you got it. Alright, so let's cast Ponder here, looking to spike a Cabal Ritual because I believe that wins the game. Lion's Eye Diamond also wins the game. You know, the other Cabal Ritual in the deck, the one that's clearly worse than the Cabal Ritual. Don't tell LED I said that, please. Lion's Eye Diamond. Add some black mana, activate the Wishclaw. Go grab that chicken tenders. Play a Brainstorm because I can. I suppose we'll put Ad Nauseam on top. Tendrils of Agony. Alright, we'll take that cat combo. If you're playing a combo deck, I can't imagine going up 20 cards is helpful, but I've been wrong before in my life, so take my opinion with a grain of salt. I think here we likely want the carpets versus the High Tide deck. Maybe the Fluster, I'm not quite sure on that one. We likely can afford to board out the Chrome Mox. And the combo mirror, I don't love Aeve, so I think we can take that out. And we're at 63 once again. I usually like taking mana out for mana, so for these 4 carpets, let's try taking out the basic swamp against the deck that doesn't have Wasteland in it. So we're boarding down to 14 lands. Shave on a Cabal Ritual. And maybe even a Lotus Petal here. Yeah, I think I'm good with this. Let's try this out. Basically, you're replacing mana that's fine with mana that's A+ material in the matchup. And that can be really good when your deck has an effect like Galvanic Relay in it, as we know from the Epic Storm, where you're rewarded for having permanent-based mana sources over time. Okay, so they reveal the Yorion once again. This hand plays magic. Let's keep it. Once again, a basic island. Preordain. Lotus Petal. Draw. Another Dark Ritual. Play the Misty. I might consider playing Brainstorm on their end step because I feel like our hand is pretty close. They play their own copy of Brainstorm. Scalding Tarn. For another basic. So they did not get the Tundra this time. I'm going to wait. I thought about it, but I'm going to just try to get the perfect Brainstorm here and represent having something in hand. If they murder me on turn 3, I'll be a little bit sad, but not a whole lot I can do about it. They're just passing the turn. Or, well, at least they switched to second main phase. Okay, now they're passing. Take a draw. Ponder. Let's fetch. Underground Sea. Play Brainstorm. Hello. Let's get rid of the Cabal Ritual. Fetch. Grab the Tropical. Let's play Carpet of Flowers. Hopefully this resolves. 3 mana. Cast Force Negation. Okay, we're going to have to pass the turn now. Grab another black source. Ponder. Yeah, this was very good. Keep all of these. 5 cards in the opposing hand. They just pass back. Whoops, undo that. Let's try another copy Carpet of Flowers. Switch phases. Yes, let's add some green mana. We know that the top card of our deck is a Lion's Eye Diamond if we want it. Ponder. Oh, hello, Ad Nauseam. Guess we just get to do everything we want. Keep this Ad Naus. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. So this is 8 mana. I'd actually be short on mana if I tried to Infernal Tutor for another Veil, so that's just not worth it. Put Ad Nauseam on the stack. One has 5 cards. High Tide, yeah. 6 mana. Cycles Cloud of Fairies, okay. That's a good sign for me. And they have a force. Pitching Snap, 2 cards left in hand. I will attempt to cast Veil of Summer. Draws into Thoughtseize, just like we drew it up. And now Lion's Eye Diamond is the reveal. Let's show some more cards here. We already have the Tendrils of Agony in hand. Stop at 6. I believe, if I remember correctly, in the last video, I died because I said, what could go wrong here? And then I flipped Aeve Progenitor Ooze and it cost me the trophy. So let's not do the same thing again. That would make me feel pretty good. Thoughtseize you. They have another Snap. And we did it. We're officially 2-0. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Match number 3. Let's get it. Come on. Yeah, this hand's amazing. Keep. Keep. Alright, Underground Sea, and I'm going to lead off on Thoughtseize just to make sure I don't die. This icon is honestly a lot of the time combo decks. Here they're not playing a combo deck, they're playing the opposite of a combo deck, a trash pile known as Moonstompy. So we're going to try to beat this. They have a turn 1 Moon versus a turn 1 Trinisphere. I can't beat a turn 1 Trinisphere. We could potentially draw our basics for Lotus Petal to beat the Blood Moon. So unfortunately, we have to let Blood Moon happen. Pass the turn. City of Traders, Chrome Mox, you've got it. Pitch that Fury. Surprise, surprise. Blood Moon. Basic Island. Come on. We should probably play out these diamonds to avoid Chalice Zero. If only there was a Burning Wish in our deck right now. A red spell we could cast off our mountain. Den of the Bugbear. Into a... That's hurtful. So if you look at the modern Moonstompy builds, we're going to concede here. A lot of them only have, and obviously our opponent could be playing their own list. I mean, you're allowed to do whatever you want in Magic the Gathering. But a lot of them only have 2 Trinispheres in the main deck. So this one hurts my feelings a little bit. Let's see if we would have drawn out of this. We would have drawn into the Chrome Mox. Okay. That's a bummer. Game 2. Echoing Truth, come on in. You're welcome here. Let's take this Train of Vapor. A couple copies of Abrupt Decay. Let's get rid of these Veil of Summers. Don't want those. 62. I'm actually going to board out the Past in Flames, which seems a little bit odd. But in the post-board games, these decks always have 4 copies of Leyline of the Void, and we have a few pretty good resources here to just beat that between Ad Nauseam and Aeve Progenitor Ooze, so let's just make these more reliable. And we're going to board out Relay because it's just not good against prison strategies, and that brings us to an even 60. Submit. Game number 2 on the play. Yeah, this is obviously a decent hand. Leyline of the Void, I am so terribly surprised. I didn't see that coming. If only I had sideboarded out my Past in Flames. Oh wait, I did. Thoughtseize. Double Chalice of the Void. Come on, why do you hate me so much? This sucks. My entire hand is ones. Both of their hands have been Thoughtseize proof. Ay. I think I'm supposed to just cast this Ponder. Okay, I see you, deck. They play a Chromox, imprinting Leyline. City of Traders. Chalice on 1, yep. Chromox and 1 unknown in hand. So we have the decision where we could end step bounce their Chalice of the Void, but it would pretty much require me drawing exactly one of our 8 tutors in order to win. Or the Ad Nauseam itself. We have 9 hits. I think instead we're supposed to just be patient. The real question is, do you fetch for the green source for Abrupt Decay, or do you get a basic here to play around Blood Moon? I think I'm just going to grab a basic. Take a draw. Another copy of Echoing Truth, okay. Pass that turn. It's worth noting, if we were even to draw Infernal Tutor, right now a pair of Echoing Truths would actually stop that from working. Okay, they sacrificed their City of Traders. Take a draw. Cabal Ritual. Okay. They still have Chromox and 3 unknown cards in hand. Shatter Skull. We drew Ad Nauseam, so if I end step Echoing Truth on their turn, we should be able to untap and win now. I'm sure there will be someone that comments on the video saying I should have cast it on the end step, knowing I would draw Ad Nauseam, like the savant that I sometimes pretend to be. Unlicensed Hearse, but you already have a Leyline of the Void. That's just good deck building. Echoing Truth, your disgusting artifact. Take your trash home with you. Draw. Volcanic Island. Welcome. Dark Ritual. And again. You could Echoing Truth the Leyline, so that way you can like Cabal Ritual later for full value, but I think that's just incredibly greedy. Instead, we'll just win through the Leyline. Aeve, not our best reveal. We're at 6. Okay, we're at 5. Flip. Alright, so now we have a Tendrils of Agony that kills us here. We do have a land drop, so I think I'm actually going to stop here. Play Brainstorm. Would like to find Lion's Eye Diamond. We did not find Lion's Eye Diamond. Put back Aeve and a land. So if they can crew their hearse next turn, I'm dead. Ponder gives us the greatest out of finding what we're looking for, so I think maybe we're supposed to fetch for Ponder here. Or I'm sorry, fetch into Ponder. Okay, Storm 7. And there's the diamond. They are, in fact, forever. Cabal Ritual. Cabal Ritual again. Play the Lion's Eye Diamond. Hold that control key. Real good. Cast Infernal Tutor holding the priority, using the control key, sacrifice Lion's Eye Diamond for red mana, 6 mana floating. And now we select the Tendrils of Agony. And we're off to game number 3. Alright, we did it. Our opponent so far has opened up on 2 pretty good hands in my opinion. They've both been able to go, okay, your turn 1 discard spell doesn't matter, my hand is so good. And that's been unfortunate. And that's sort of one of the reasons why I'm down on discard. I was actually talking with Marcus Ewald this morning, who created the deck that we faced in the first round, about why discard has seemed to age poorly, because every card off the top of your opponent's deck is just so good, and the average card quality is so much higher. And I think we're just seeing a prime example of that in this match. I don't think we're supposed to change anything. I'm just going to hit that submit button once again and head on over to the third game. Opponent with the mulligan. I'm actually going to keep this. When you're on the draw, I don't hate keeping land-heavy hands that can just cast Abrupt Decay. I think that's actually one of the things you want to be doing. The downside with this hand is that we have Volcanic Island, which doesn't cast the Abrupt Decay, and then Chrome Mox. So those are 2 things that I think we could be in a better spot. They've selected 6 cards to keep. No turn 1 Leyline this time. Shatter Skull, and they pass. Thoughtseize was a very good draw. We had to get the Underground Sea because we only have Misty Rainforest, Lelia, Trinisphere, and a bunch of other stuff. I think we take the Trinisphere, pass the turn. And now we're just looking to win the game. I don't even know which threat you're supposed to play here. Apparently it's Rabblemaster. I trust their opinion, I don't actually know. Draw, we're at 16 already. Another land is not what the doctor ordered. Am I supposed to just ponder here? Maybe decay? Or try to buy some time? Pass. They play the Lelia this time. They swing. They can play a mountain, I believe. Yeah, okay. We're at 11. Another land, come on. We have to find a brainstorm now. Well, there's a brainstorm. We're going to fetch away those other cards. Pass the turn. On our next turn, we need this brainstorm to pretty much hit the nuts in order for us to win. My goal right now is we actually don't want to cast Ad Nauseam, and we don't want to Aeve. I think what we want to happen, and I'm asking for a lot here, is we want to create a natural storm into Tendrils when our opponent's at 14 life. Alright, so now they create a token and they're attacking for, I believe, 6. Because this triggers Trinisphere. You better not have a soul land in your hand. Don't do that to me. They don't have it. Love to see it. We're at 4. Let's grab... I don't know. Maybe we leave the Underground Sea in the deck, because I have to cast the Brainstorm anyway, so let's leave another black source in the deck in case I need it. We need a miracle. Draw. Not another land. Come on. Brainstorm. That was pretty good. Let's see what we can accomplish out of this. Alright, Storm is 1. I don't know if we can do this or not. So if I go Dark Ritual, well, actually Infernal Tutor for Dark Ritual is 5 mana. This is 6 mana. That's not enough to Tendrils. I don't feel good about this now. I think we're actually short. So 3 mana here. Can go get Lion's Eye Diamond. Nope, I can Tendrils. I can Tendrils. I don't know if it's lethal yet, but math is for blockers or some other joke here. Alright, so we're going to go get Lion's Eye Diamond. That's Storm 2. Diamond is 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this should do it. Grab the Lion's Eye Diamond. Who needs Past in Flames? Come on. Lion's Eye, or I'm sorry, Chrome Mox. Not Lion's Eye Diamond, not yet at least. Now we play the diamond. Hold that shift key nice and tight. Infernal Tutor, sacrifice Lion's Eye Diamond for triple black. Okay. Select the Tendrils of Agony and target you. Thank you for using Ancient Tomb. I do appreciate it. 3-0. Heck yeah. Alright, 2 matches left. I hope they're as good as this one. If you're still watching, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. Match 4, we're on the draw. Here I've opened up sort of a clunky hand. We can't really use this Aeve Progenitor Ooze, but if I draw a second land, this hand is actually kind of insane, so I think I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. We are a 15 land build, so we have 4 lands, and Island... Is this a Merfolk? What year is this? Merfolk versus Ant? This has got to be like 2007 or 2008 Legacy. Is it the land? It was the land! Beautiful! Let's go get that basic swamp. Snow-covered swamp. Tyler, come on. You got to elevate your game. Using this when you could be playing beautiful invasion basics. Come on, you're just making me so sad. Hexcatcher versus Force of Will. I think it's just got to be Force. Pass. I mentioned it in one of the videos I recorded this week, but I started looking into finding uncut sheets of Invasion for my home office. I mean, I'm in here as I record every single day, but Invasion was the first that I ever played Magic in, and I've started to look for Invasion uncut sheets. I've not been able to find one. If you know where they exist and want to point me in the right direction, feel free to do so. And they're going to pass holding open a Hexcatcher. Take a draw. Another Thoughtseize. No point in playing that at the moment. I'm just going to try to jam this Wishclaw Talisman. If they want to hex catch it, they can. The Wishclaw Talisman resolves. Pass the turn. And there's the hex catcher. Vial will move up to 2. They activate the Vial, probably putting in Master of the Pearl Trident. No, Silvergill Adept, okay. I guess that makes sense. You don't have to reveal another Merfolk in the Wasteland. That's brutal. That actually just hurts my feelings here. They have 2 unknowns. Getting in for 2 damage. I'm at 15. Draw. Might be tough to win this now. Okay. How much damage is this? So if they put another Lord into play next turn, it would be 4, 9, 12. I think I'm supposed to try to get them to counter an Infernal Tutor here. And they sacrifice the Silvergill. Works for me. Pass the turn. They activate Vial. Another Silvergill Adept. I don't like that. 3 cards in hand. Cavern of Souls. I need more mana. Like, mana's my choke point right now, for sure. Tide Shaper. And now they can turn my swamp into an island, so I'm color screwed. Yeah, I think I'm out of this game now. I just can't beat the Hexcatcher. I guess I was supposed to Thoughtseize that on the first turn and try to figure out a way to beat the Force of Will later. I mean, that's just an error on my part. Draw. Yeah, we're done. The only way I can win this is if our opponent messes up. Oh, I can't even cast the Cabal Ritual here. What am I can't. This is an island. Never mind. I was dead the whole time. Merfolk. Once again, Aeve being boarded out here is just not good against the deck with Island Walk. Take out the Chrome Mox. Abrupt Decay is interesting. I think we probably want those here. 64 cards. Shave 1 Cabal Ritual, 1 Lotus Petal. That brings me to 62. I don't actually love Ad Nauseam here. But I don't know if I'm allowed to just board it out without like boarding in Pier. We can shave one Wishclaw. Maybe like a second petal. I'm not actually sure about this last cut. Like previously I was boarding out a basic, but we need the basics in this matchup, so I don't think you're allowed to do that either. Sideboarding's tough. On the play. Sure. Keep. Okay, they're on 6. We're just going to play the Polluted Delta and pass the turn. Next turn, I think we're going to Brainstorm Fetch, getting rid of this Peer into the Abyss. Covered Island, you got it. Draw. Ponder, love to see it. Brainstorm on the stack. Very good. We're, like I mentioned, we're getting rid of the Peer. I think you're actually supposed to get rid of this Veil of Summer. I can't cast it, and I need to fetch Volcanic here, so that way I can Ponder. Like, we're just trying to maximize Relay this game, and as good as Veil of Summer is, it doesn't really help me with what I'm trying to do at this very moment. I think we keep these. Pass the turn. Aether Vial, and they pass. So they likely have a force in their hand if they're willing to keep this. Dark Ritual. Spell number 1. I'll Ponder. I might want to shuffle away the Tendrils on top. Yeah, I need to shuffle this. I can't cast any of those. I can't cast that either. Lion's Eye Diamond. Galvanic Relay for 4. Not the most amazing relay here. I really needed to find like 1 mana off that Ponder. Veil of Summer, Cabal Ritual, Dark Ritual. Well, that was quite the draw for. Good luck, opponent. Good luck. Vial goes to 1 counter, and they're just going to pass. Draw. Carpet of Flowers. Unfortunately, I don't have a great way of casting that. Would also only make 1 mana. Let's play the Wishclaw. That resolves. We'll sacrifice this diamond for green. Cabal Ritual. Infernal Tutor. Floating 4. This is an interesting spot because if I decide to respond with Veil of Summer, it shuts off the Tutor. They force pitching Master. So I think that this is still a good spot to Veil because it encourages the opponent to force again. And if my Tutor ends up like getting another land or something, like honestly, it's just as good as it being countered. They're at... It's from 7, 18 life, 3 cards in hand. I'm going to let all of this go. Clear the stack down, activate the Wishclaw. I can grab another Infernal Tutor into a lethal copy of Tendrils of Agony. Tutor. 3 cards in hand. You have it. They had triple Force of Will. Holy moly. Yeah, okay. You got me. I guess I could have gotten Force of Negation, or I'm sorry, Past in Flames there. Maybe that would have been the better move in case they did happen to have like literal triple Force of Will. Holy smokes. And they're just passing back. Take a draw. Let's see what they're working with. They activate the Vial. This is a Tide Shaper. Oh, it's Hexcatcher, my bad. They had the 4th force, that's wild. 4 of a kind, you got it. They draw and immediately activate the Aether Vial. Silvergill Adept, okay. Wasteland. Oh no, I'm actually going to lose this. I'm not Doing well. Draw. Misty Pass. Taking another 4, going to 12, 3-turn clock left. You drew another Lord? Come on. Oh no. Yikes, we're not winning this game anymore. Like, we maybe stood a chance before, we're dead now. Have to pass. Even if I draw a Cabal Ritual, it is not good. Or I'm sorry, even if I drew exactly Past in Flames, it's not good enough anymore. I'm at 10. So they could actually activate the Wishclaw Talisman here and go get another Hexcatcher or Lord and put lethal on the board if they so choose. I'll take 8. Down to 2. Sure. Does not matter. Draw. Womp womp. We're now 3-1. We got fished. Quad Force of Will. Sad face. Round 5 coming up. With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/decklist. The 5th and final round, we are on the draw. Our hand is terrific. We're going to keep this. What is Tiki Dan up to? Verdant Catacombs, okay. Bayou. Reclaimer, okay, so likely elves. We'll turn 1 Ponder. Jeez Louise, this deck draws so many lands. Can't keep this. Ship it. And another land. Basic Forest, okay. Dark Confidant, so they are not on elves. This is in fact depths. No discard spell here. We'll take 1 damage and our turn. Of course we needed land number 6. Tyler, you need to cut down to 12 lands, add some Mox Opals to your deck, maybe some more copies of Chrome Mox, Burning Wish maybe. Jeez, so many lands. Are we able to win here? I don't think so. Primarily because our tutor, if this was an Infernal Tutor, I think that this is a win. But as of right now, it does nothing. I'm going to pass the turn. I could play out like a Lion's Eye Diamond or something, but our opponent's already shown us that they don't have discard. Well, if they don't have discard, they could have something like Abrupt Decay. And I don't want to play into that if I don't have to. Confidant will trigger. They reveal another copy of Elvish Reclaimer. They drew the discard spell. That's a bummer. Yeah. They selected Dark Ritual. That's actually pretty interesting. Is this a needle? Wasteland. Ouch. I will go to 17. It's worth noting that they are now holding open Bojuka Bog, so that is off the menu. The Past in Flames win, that is. Grab our Swamp. Draw. A land. I mean, I think I'm supposed to just play out the Claw now, and if I get hit by Abrupt Decay or Beseiju, it's sort of just like, it's what happens. I can't afford to just sit here and not have any mana open. Actually, I'm going to play out the Diamond. I think if they're going to destroy anything, it's going to be the Claw. And at least this way I'm protecting the valuable cards from discard. Here they're activating the Elvish Reclaimer. Sacrificing Wasteland. They grab a Thespian Stage. Okay, the Confidant reveals a Shadow Spear. Our opponent plays a copy of Dark Depths, and they're looking to go to combat now. They'll attack for at least 2 here. We will fall to 14 life. I'm not going to use the Misty because if I don't have to pay the life, I don't want to. No! That was... Oh, I just got punished. I could have Ad Nauseam to my upkeep and I didn't. I can't believe this. Am I supposed to Wishclaw for Brainstorm now? So the issue here is, if I go all in, they can Reclaimer for Bazooka Bog. But if they do that, they can't make a Merit Lodge, and then they die to Ooze tokens. But I would have to have a really good Ad Nauseam to make that happen. So do I Wishclaw for Brainstorm, or do I just go for Ad Naus? I feel like having enough resources to flashback past in Flames and then make an Aeve is unrealistic. So I'm going to go get Brainstorm. I can't believe that I drew the Tendrils. Gonna bite me right in the tuchus. Let's select Brainstorm as I mentioned. Cast it. So bad. Ugh. Wow. This deck plays so many lands. Alright, so we have access to 7 lands at the moment, which is half the lands in the deck. Thoughtseize you. They had another Thoughtseize and chose not to play it. I guess that makes sense. But we are dead, so I will go to game number 2. Can't believe that I drew the Tendrils. I had Ad Nauseam in my upkeep. It wasn't even a play that was on my mind, though. Because what I was thinking was, okay, I'm not going to fetch with the Misty, and then I'll play the Underground Sea so I take less damage. So I have access to 14 life instead of 13 life. And then I just drew the worst card in the deck. That hurt a lot. I actually do like leaving an Aeve in this matchup, so we're going to leave that alone. Bring in some bounce spells. I don't actually like discard and discard mirrors, so I'm going to get rid of those pretty quickly. Do we want anything else? We have 1 flex spot at the moment. I guess we can leave 1 Thoughtseize in. Let's try this out. Game 2, this time around the play. Keep. Misty Rainforest and pass that turn. Thoughtseize me. Do it. Do it. Close enough. Let's go get that tropical island. It's summertime, baby. Veil. Cabal Ritual, welcome to the party. Thank you. Mox Diamond. Okay. Interesting. They discard a copy of Urza's Saga, Elvish Reclaimer. 3 cards left in hand. Wishclaw. Let's play Brainstorm here. See if I can spike a win. There's probably a win here. Okay, so if I put back Brainstorm, Wishclaw. I'm just talking out loud here. So I put back Brainstorm, Wishclaw, fetch, that's 4 cards in graveyard. Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual. Yeah, there's got to be one here. All right, put back the Wishclaw. Grab the Underground Sea. Dark Ritual. Cabal Ritual. Infernal Tutor. Reveal the Cabal Ritual. That's 7 cards in graveyard. Play the Lotus Petal. Cabal Ritual. Cabal Ritual. Red. Cast in Flames. Cast the Infernal Tutor. The reason you want to start on Infernal Tutor here is if for some reason your opponent thought that they could be funny and get you with a late Surgical Extraction, your card's already gone. It doesn't really matter all that much, but it's a subtle edge. Target them with the Tendrils of Agony, and we will be off to game number 3. Veil Summer is a wonderful Magic card. Game 3 coming up. Do we want to switch anything? We could bring in Abrupt Decay over the Thoughtseize for Collector Roof. Let's try this. Turn 1 win. I really wish we were on play here. We're going to keep it, but a discard spell is going to hurt. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Boo. Boo. Take the Veil of Summer. Come on. What could possibly happen to you if you took Veil of Summer? Come on, Tiki Dan. Take the green card. You can't possibly beat it, right? Right? You hate to see it. Draw. Surgical on my tutor. It's interesting. I wonder if they were thinking about taking Lion's Eye Diamond if that was the case. Alright, we're going to just play the Misty and pass the turn. Dark Depths, sure thing. Draw. Delta. We still have 4 copies of Wishclaw in our deck. Like, we're doing just fine. Wasteland, okay. Do I really want to play this out? I don't think so. Pass the turn. Burning Catacombs for the opponent. Collector Roof. I do have a Chain of Vapor ready, so I'm not terribly worried. Just need to draw Wishclaw Talisman. Draw. Ponder. Let's search up a basic. Island Ponder. Why, hello there. Darn. This would actually be a win if I didn't have to fetch. Play the Bayou, pass the turn. It's a little odd playing the Bayou, but I don't know. The opponent untaps. They attack with Collector Roof. I will go to 17 life. Urborg. Take a draw. So I could Chain of Vapor my own permanents here, but I open myself up to losing the game if they try to destroy it with like a Boseiju or something. So this would be Storm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to brainstorm into some more mana. Maybe I start on Brainstorm? Let's fetch. Storm 1. That should do it. Let's put back the Tendrils and Veil. Chain of Vapor targeting Collector Roof. I will Floaty Green. What's going on here? Are you thinning with Dark Depths? Crop rotation. So they're going to make a Merit Lodge here. Or are they getting Sajiri Step? That could be another thing that they could grab here. But they floated 2 black mana, which would normally indicate a Thespian stage. And they do get the stage. Sure, you have a Merit Lodge. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. Lion's Eye Diamond. Lion's Eye Diamond. Tap for black. Wishclaw Talisman. Veil of Summer. Black. Black. Activate. Grab Tendrils. Cast it all at you. Storm 11. And just like that, we went a total of 4-1 again with Tyler's list. Each time just not being able to get there in one match. I thought this was a huge improvement based on the last list that Tyler sent. I like the main deck Galvanic Relay. I thought that was sweet. My problems with Ant are mostly at its core. Tyler actually cut down a land for this list. Tyler went from 16 down to 15. I still feel like I flooded a lot on lands. But I mean, that's just one of the things about playing Ant as an archetype. So I think there's not a whole lot you can do to change that. Like, you have to play 14 to 15 lands. So I don't think I'd actually change anything there. It's just me being frustrated with some of the core parts of the deck. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to be frustrated at times. Overall, I think that this is a fine choice. I don't think I'd actually change anything. Tyler, I love the list. Play it. I know that you were considering this for an upcoming event. I would recommend it. Everyone, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. And as always, keep storming. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.